But yeah, basically, it's about showcasing you. Nothing is too small. So in the first minute of the video, you really want to celebrate you, and don't think that there's nothing about me that's special. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're thinking of applying for being a Google certified trainer, the fact that you are level 1 and 2 certified. Those things are special. You've done something to at least get there. You use the Google tools. You're proficient in Google tools, and that is what Google are looking for. They're looking for people who know the tools, and they're looking for people who will help other people to start and begin their journeys. So I think that's the most important bit is celebrate yourself, celebrate your successes, and display that passion, because that's the one thing people want to see. Is they usually when you're in a training environment, you might be surrounded by people who are afraid of the Google tools. They don't know them, so they don't know where they're sort of headed. They don't know, they don't feel comfortable. So if you're just gonna looking dull and I really don't want to be here sort of thing, then that really isn't going to win anyone over. And I think here you want to win people over. So a bit of passion, a bit of exuberance. You don't have to go completely out there, but just show your excitement as to why you want to be part of the community. So I think that's the most important aspect, I think, of the first part of the video. Another bit that I will show here is how I set up and recorded my first video. So I'm going to try share. Oh, I'll move the tab again. So this is quite literally how I recorded my video. So you've got there a laptop trolley, and then you had a little stool that I put on top of the trolley, and on the stool I stuck my my script that I'm reading. I didn't read that word for word. I kind of used it as sort of pointers, because I didn't want to. The one thing, I'm a big perfectionist, and the one thing that I did when I was reading the script is I could see my eyes going left and right, and I was really conscious of that. So speak a bit naturally if you can. It's not the worst thing in the world. I use it because I tend to stutter a bit, and that kind of helped me. But you don't need to be too conscious about that. And then I just rested my phone against some books right at the top there, and then hit record. Gave myself 10 seconds after I'd hit record to get into the position. So you can see at the bottom there, I put some masking tape on the carpet. That's where I'm supposed to stand, and then just talk to the phone basically, and that first piece, and try to get it under a minute. I read that script back to myself several times and timed myself beforehand off camera, and realized that I could get it into just under 60 seconds. And I did do quite a few takes, but then afterwards, once I was happy with the take, then use that, and that's the first part of your video done. So any questions on the first part of the video? Cool. All right. What I'll do then is I will play the second part of the video. The second part of the video is literally me talking about how to create a self-marking quiz in Google Forms. So and that's a 2-minute part. So I will just share that screen now.
I'm going to demonstrate how to create a self-marking quiz using Google Forms. So as you can see here, I've created a very basic quiz with just 2 questions and multiple choice answers. Now to turn this into a self-marking quiz, I just have to go to the settings icon here and then click on the quizzes tab. I select the option that says make this a quiz. If my pupils are using Chromebooks, I can also elect to switch on lock mode. This will mean that when the pupils do the quiz on a Chromebook, they'll be locked to just the quizzes tab, and they won't be able to open a new tab and do a Google search to find out the answers. I can now click Save. Now all I need to do is set the correct answer for each question. So I'll click on the answer key here, select the correct answer, and give it 1 point. I then go to the next question, do the same here, select the answer key, select the correct answer, and again give it 1 point. So Google Forms now tells me that the total number of points I can get is 2 points. Now if I go to the preview button, I can now preview doing the actual test. So I'll get one question right here, and then just to demonstrate, I'll answer the second question incorrectly. I then click on Submit, and then once I click on View Score, Google Forms shows me that I got one question correct here, and it shows me that I got the second question incorrect, and it shows me what the correct answer should have been. As a teacher, I can then go into the responses section, and I can see that one pupil has done the test, and they got 1 point. They got one question correct, and it also shows me a breakdown of which questions they got correct and which questions they got wrong.
So what you see there is basically what I've done is I literally the one thing that I would say is have your resources piece put together beforehand. So you could see that at the start I already had a Google form with the quiz already written. So the quiz has already been written there, so I'm not showing that from scratch, because remember, you've only got 2 minutes to do this piece, and all you want to show is the actual how to make it. You're not showing how to create a Google form and a quiz from scratch. You're just showing the quiz aspect of the Google form. So depending on what you choose to do, make sure you've got all of those resources in place. And then you don't need to be on camera for this portion of the video, so you can just record this behind the scenes. I just used Loom to record the screen without myself, just recording my audio, and then just play through the steps step by step. And I would say just pick something that you're very confident with, pick something that is simple, something that you can go at a slow enough pace that you can get through everything in the full 2 minutes. And then you're sort of done. What you see here as well is I put like this was just literally an image that I created in Google Slides, and I put that as a front as an intro screen, and I also put it the same image right at the end. And you can hear that I did put some music in. Play that. So it was just a simple intro piece that I did, and I got that music from bensound.com, which you can get free royalty-free music. So that's really the most important thing, is if you're going to have some sort of music in your just an audio piece, just to avoid that sort of awkward silence bit and have something. It's just something nice to have it in the background. It's not compulsory by any means. I just thought it makes it look a little bit more of a production piece, but I have to stress, it doesn't have to be a production piece. They're not looking for how good a video editor you are, how good a movie buff you are. It's all about just the most important thing that is being graded is you and the skill that you show as a sort of trainer. But the most important thing is make it, use it. If you do use any audio tracks, just do a Google search for royalty-free music, and you'll find something. Bensound is a really good one. If you're using something like WeVideo to edit your videos, there's lots and lots of audio tracks in WeVideo that you can use. The other thing to do is when you upload the video to YouTube, make sure you upload it either as unlisted or public. A lot of trainers fail because they haven't made their videos accessible. It's the same with innovators. Sometimes the resources aren't available, or the person has uploaded their video as private to YouTube, which means that someone watching it won't be able to see. Always make sure you check your links in an incognito window, so that if they play immediately without having to sign in an incognito window, then you know that you've uploaded everything correctly. So that's sort of the video piece. Any questions on that?
Hey, Abid, I do have a couple. So did you use WeVideo for this?
No,
take your two videos, put them together?
No, for this I actually used iMovie. I didn't have access to WeVideo at the time, but I do have access to WeVideo now. I would use WeVideo. It's really easy and simple to use, because then with WeVideo you just I can demonstrate it actually. I can do WeVideo. So if you are using WeVideo, it's really simple to sort of put the videos in together. Let me find something. So this is a video we did for the WeVideo training series. So here you can see I recorded two videos. I recorded myself doing an intro piece.
Welcome to GlobalGEG's WeVideo training.
Abid, we can't see your screen. We're seeing your trainer video, which was lovely, by the way.
Right. Okay. So I'm in WeVideo now. So you can see here I've got I got an intro piece that I recorded here. So that's actually one video that we recorded. So this one was only something like 12 seconds. And then you've got a video piece of me showing how to do something in WeVideo. But basically what you do is you just drag your videos in. So actually what I'll do is if I create a new project, I can demonstrate how we do that from scratch. So I'll do create new project. I'll just say test trainer video.
Yeah.
And so here we've got a blank video here. Now here I've got all of my I've got an intro here, I've got my outro here, I've got some background music if I want, and I've got my Loom recording. So obviously what I want to do first is I want to play my intro. So I drag the intro in, and you can see there I've got that piece where I've left myself some time after I press the record button. I'm getting into position now. I count down 5 seconds or something in my head, and then I start talking. So what I do is I move my playhead back to where I start talking. So it's around there. If I pause it, move the playhead to where I want, and then I can press this cut button. And what you see, it cuts that front piece. And now all I need to do is just click on that, delete that, and that front piece is gone. So now I can drag that in, press play, and you can see it's now playing the video from the start. And then I've got a bit at the end as well. So give it a nice smile at the end, and then you'll see me turn the video off. So again, just drag back to
Thanks for watching.
Where I was playing. Press cut there, delete that.
Gotcha.
And so that's my whole first part. So let's imagine that's the 60 seconds of me talking about myself. So there's that bit done, and so then this is the equivalent of me showing off how to do something. So I will just put this into and literally just drag that in like that. Now there's nothing I have to actually cut in here because I use Loom to record it, and Loom allows you to edit within within the screen recorder anyway. So quite literally, I can go from this piece here. You can choose to use one of the free audio tracks. What you can do as well is you can put a sort of transition piece in here. So I can say, I can double click on this video here, and I can just say I want to fade it out. Fade it out for half a second from 100% to 0. I can save that, and then you can see what will happen is.
Thanks for watching.
You can choose to use one of the fades out into the second part of the video.
Gotcha.
Then I can add the audio track as a background as well. So if I put that in, I can drag that into the audio section. I want to drag it so that it's right to the end of the video. And then also, we'll see now when I play it, the audio is going to be quite high. So you can't hear what I'm saying. So what I want to do is bring the volume level of the audio down. So you just drag, let me try zoom in. So you see this blue line here. I drag that down.
Oh, yeah.
So I can drag that down to about 20%, and then do the same for the other side as well. And what I liked first was what I did was I did a bit of an intro. I had that intro screen. So if I just find a picture of some sort. What you can do is if there's a bit of a lull piece on at the start, you can just have the music playing loudly first, and then you can click anywhere and then bring that down. So it starts off really loud, but then as soon as I start talking, it goes down to the volume that I want it to. So you'll see what that.
Hi, welcome.
You see how it's gone down now. So in this case, I'd probably bring it down a bit more as well, because you don't really want the music to be overtaking what you're saying. The worst thing is they won't be able to hear you. So I'd actually probably bring that down to like even 5%, because that way at least they won't hear you. But there's that subtle bit in the background that just makes it sound a bit nicer, really.
Hi, welcome to GlobalGEG video training.
That's kind of what. Yeah, and that's as simple as putting your video together. I was very, very daunted by this bit because I'd never edited a video before, but you can see, like, literally in what, 2 minutes we've effectively put together a finalized video. That's kind of pretty much it. The most important piece is to write yourself a guided script, so you know what you're going to say, talking about yourself and effectively selling yourself as a prospective Google certified trainer, and then read that piece to yourself with a stopwatch in the corner, and make sure that it's under 60 seconds. And then once that bit is done, then work on the next piece and so make sure that that bit is under 2 minutes, under 120 seconds. Again, you can work on the script. And I think the second bit will be easier because there you can actually read off a script,
right?
Because you're not on screen. So it's just about showcasing the that tip, and then you should be good to go.
Right. And speaking of the tip, it should be something on a Google core service, right? On a G Suite core service.
Well, a G Suite core service, but they do also talk about Chromebooks, Chrome, or Android tablets. Okay. So I would say yes, stick to a a G Suite core service, because I think those are the most popular. I've never seen anyone do anything on a Chromebook or Chrome, but I haven't watched that many videos. But if it's in there, you can't be told that it's not right. But I'd stick to a G Suite core service personally, but that's just a personal thing.
Yeah, and I'm just like kind of not struggling, but we're just really like narrowing down, okay, what tip do I want to show? Because you don't want it to be too simple, right? Like not how to save something to drive, but like what, but then I get stuck on that word innovative. So I'm like, okay, I can't think of anything that I probably haven't seen before. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like stuck on making a choice. That makes sense.
I would do if you try to do Google search or YouTube search on, so if I share my tab again, so I just did a YouTube search on hashtag Google ET, and you see there I've got Scott Morgan's trainer video here. Bill Vacker, he's a great trainer. This is his. That was his innovator application video. There's a guide here from Casey Bell on how to do your trainer application. But you might find some you might sort of find something there. I mean, before you submit your application, go out to Twitter and just say, here's my trainer application video. Could someone take a look and give me some feedback? More than you'll find loads of people will be willing to take a look at your video, and they'll critique every part of it. There's another trainer video there. So there's loads of examples that you can see there, and yeah, I watched. I spoke to Emma Pass, who was in my innovator cohort, and she showed me her example, and she did something on forms. I think she did a breakout room example on forms. Another trainer video I saw talked about how to use the Explore button in Google Drive. In Google Docs. Someone else did the Explore button in Google Slides. That's a really interesting one. Something you might want to show, like a new feature, how to add audio in Google Slides. So they don't have to be like, wow, I've never heard of this before, because it's something we talked about earlier on. It is everyone has to learn somewhere, and so just showing that sort of thing, people might not be aware of it. So I think there's loads of examples that you could potentially do, and do multiple ones and see what you like best, and share it amongst your PLN as well. Say, what do you think is a good idea?
Gotcha. All right. Well, that helped a lot. Thanks.
Cool. Any other questions? No. Cool. Well, I think that's just it. Is we've talked about the pieces. It's like what I would say a sort of 3-step process: is recording the intro, recording the showcasing a tip and a trick, and then editing the video, really. But yeah, I think the hardest step is just going out and going and hit record, and then put together something that you feel comfortable with. But I think that's the biggest step.
I agree.
Cool. Right. If we don't have any questions, I think we can head back to the other meets.
Good. All right. Thanks, Abbott. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for that.